I am the ocean.
Overfishing, pollution, and climate change have placed the ocean in crisis.
And when the ocean's in crisis, we're all in crisis. Realize that your everyday actions affect the ocean.
And remember, I am, you are.
The ocean.
Don't do it there and then stop. Don't be daring. Don't be daring.
SeaWorld has everything you wanted a camp, including up-close experiences with dolphins, penguins, sea turtles, sharks, and other amazing animals. SeaWorld's resident camp and day camp immerse kids in the wonders of the sea, connecting them to the natural world and inspiring a lifelong appreciation for Earth's wildlife and wild places. Camps run weekly June through August. Call 800-257-4268 or visit SeaWorldSanDiego.com to book this once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Inspiration never keeps to itself. It defies boundaries and makes it its own reality. From moments curious and filled with wonder, to a place of pure imagination and possibilities unimaginable. It's the call to explore with an instance of connection that keeps on connecting. In ways only a child can understand. Sometimes it's a small discovery that becomes a seed for the future. Or an epic encounter here, telling of the wild places out there. For SeaWorld, the evidence is in experiences that matter. With every impression and at every intersection of fun and meaningful. It's exploration answered with inspiration, discovery rewarded with tales to tell, and curiosity met with wonder. That what we see in nature reveals the nature we see in ourselves. So, welcome to the explorers, the believers, the searchers, the champions of the wild. A new frontier calls, and these moments are your moments. To protect, to preserve, to celebrate, and take on one action at a time for lasting good. Because SeaWorld knows that what touches the heart can touch everyone. It's proof that one moment of inspiration can change our world.
SeaWorld's Saturday morning television show, Sea Rescue. If you watch our show on ABC, then you know that the animals you've seen at the park today aren't the only animals SeaWorld cares for. In fact, SeaWorld's rescue team is on call 24 hours a day, every day. It's rescued more than 28,000 animals, including whales, dolphins, sea lions, manatees, sea turtles, and birds. For an up-close look at Sea Rescue, let's dive in. A sea lion relies on its keen senses to hunt for food and avoid predators, so good eyesight is essential to the animal's survival. When one young sea lion strands in Southern California, rescuers quickly discover there's something wrong with its eye, and they know they have to get him medical attention he needs fast. Tourists in La Jolla, California spot a sea lion stuck in a cave and clearly in distress. They call in the rescue team from SeaWorld.
we expected to see one California sea lion. And when we got closer to the crevice, we happened to see that there's actually two. They were laying on top of each other. The first animal, when we pull him out, we notice he does have some trauma to his right eye.
The team acts quickly, carrying the bear up the steep steps from the beach to its rescue truck and straight to SeaWorld San Diego. Once there, the team carefully sedates the young sea lion. Veterinarians can get a better look at that injured eye.
So the eye was infected, it had an ulcer, and it had a cataract so large that the animal had lost all vision in that right eye.
The best chance for a positive outcome is to actually remove the eye and remove the disease with it.
First, they put their patient to sleep with anesthesia. He needs to be completely still. This intricate surgery requires steady hands and great expertise.
It is a challenging surgery. It's very delicate surgery.
The next thing we had to do is keep this animal dry and that surgical site clean for at least a week.
That's going to be a tough week for this recovering pup because normally sea lions want to be in the water. But after a couple of days, his temporary confinement to dry land pays off.
All of a sudden, this animal that had been lethargic, not wanting to eat on his own, was up, walking around, moving, very active, and wanting to eat.
The SeaWorld team comes up with a fitting name for the little pup with a strong will to survive.
So he happened to be a one-eyed sea lion, and we know there's a lot of tough one-eyed pirates out there, so we called him our little pirate pup.
After just a week, Pirate Pup heals enough to go back into the water. And just look at him compete for fish with the other recuperating sea lions in the recovery pool. 3 months after being rescued from a dark crevice, Pirate Pup is now strong, fattened up, and ready to be returned to the Pacific. He's carefully loaded onto a SeaWorld boat with several other rehabilitated sea lions, and they head out to a place where there is plenty to eat.
Possibly.
It was great to see them all go back out and get that second chance at life.
We will continue to present our whales, but in a different way. We're very excited to offer you a sneak preview of what we're planning on offering to our guests in 2017. Thank you so much for your support. Please watch.
One of the best parts about working with killer whales is getting to share them through our relationships with our guests, getting to educate people about them. We're animal people, and we want to teach people about animals, so we're very excited about this change.
This new experience is really going to be whale focused. It's going to be about the whales. So the shows were once really razzle-dazzle with moving screens and dancing and lights and video. We're going to get away from it. We're going to go more natural behaviors.
We think that education should be fun so that people can experience something that really touches them in their heart. Because when you have fun while you're learning and you're entertained while you're learning, that will stick with you forever. So this new encounter is going to be every bit as exciting as it has been in the past, if not more so, because it's going to be real. Most people will never have the opportunity to see killer whales in their natural environment. So we're really excited to be able to demonstrate natural killer whale behaviors right here at SeaWorld so that people can learn more about them and make a connection to them. Have you ever wondered why a killer whale breaches? Well, a lot of people have seen these breaches in our shows in the past. You could also see a whale doing that behavior in the wild in order to communicate. When you see our whales sliding up and out of the water into the slide out, that's the same behavior that they do when they're hunting, when they slide out on a beach.
Guests are going to be able to see them up close, interacting, playing, breaching. That's exciting.
We're putting a huge emphasis on making this as naturalistic of an environment as possible, from the selection of the materials, from the rock work, the trees, the water fountains, all the way to the inside of the stadium where the guests sit. We want people to have an emotional connection to these animals, and we hope to be able to make sure that they go away with a respect for these animals and a want to continue to protect them.
This is a very positive change. We've been through a lot in the past couple of years, and we love our whales just as much as we always have, and getting the chance to present them in a more natural way is going to be very special to all of us.
racing to the sea. One single act, joined with others, can change the course of the future.
Choosing to make a positive change, we build a path for generations to come.
Families pass down the knowledge of all they hold dear. In every generation, children discover something new to preserve and to cherish. If you care for it with all your heart, you'll cherish it. If you cherish it, you'll protect it. Together we write the next chapter in time.
We create a path filled with inspiration, ideas, and knowledge
one ocean.
And now, SeaWorld proudly presents One Ocean. The ocean is the heart of our natural world. Our legacy is tied to its future, in our hands to cherish and protect. We are one world, united by one ocean.
explorers, we take special care of our killer whales, giving them plenty of exercise, veterinary care, and a variety of interactions that helps us to build strong relationships. Our commitment to animal welfare and our bond with our whales allows us to collect data for scientific research, which has led to the advances in the care of animals in both zoological facilities and wild populations. This information can only be known by working with these animals side by side. It's our hope that you'll fall in love with these beautiful animals, just like we have, and be inspired to protect their one ocean home for generations to come.
Wanting to show the way, they're reaching, teaching, and by design, giving and receiving, passing it all down the line, making a connection, thriving side by side, season after season, ebbing and flowing like the tide, taking in the wonder, spreading far and wide, being there together, sharing it all, side by side.
Sometimes it happens just by surprise, out in the world in front of your eyes. See a little kindness, someone who lends a hand. The caring, sharing, spread like a vine. And they return the kindness, passing it on down the line. Living a lifetime, riding side by side, season after season, ebbing and flowing like the tide, taking in wonder, spreading far and wide, being there together, sharing it all, side by
Our relationship with the whales is built on trust and respect. We train all of our killer whales using positive reinforcement and offer them a variety of rewards, including restaurant quality fish, snow, ice, and even a nice rub down. Orca is our oldest whale at 52 years old, but despite her age, she's one of our most energetic, fun-loving animals. I love being able to share my relationship with all of you, and I'm honored to work with all of our whales side by side.
Making a connection, side by
One of our favorite parts of being a Shamu trainer is just spending time having fun, getting to know our whales. Every whale has a unique personality, so we connect with them in different ways. But all of our whales share one thing in common. They love to splash. Are you guys ready to get splashed? Oh, come on to the stadium. Are you guys ready to get splashed? All right, well, put your right hand up. Put your left hand up. Put your thumbs together, and you've got
children will find our legacy will truly be the planet we